What's up? So I'm back with another video, and in this video, I will be going over the four biggest mistakes that I usually see where that makes your cold email campaign fail, right? These are the biggest four mistakes and common mistakes that I usually see. And if you fix these four mistakes, I guarantee you will book way more calls than you're currently booking, right? And these four mistakes I got the idea about these four common mistakes after auditing like around 100 plus campaigns, right? I mean, I've been doing this for over three and a half years now, and I have audited not even my or my client's campaign, even with like other agencies cold email campaign, audited their campaigns and everything. So based on that, I have put together these four mistakes. So number one mistake is like fixing everything except the offer. I see most of the people not fixing the offer and just focusing on like everything, which is like it's gonna be copy or it's gonna be deliverability or it's gonna be inbox management. I mean, deliverability is important, but if your offer is not good, I mean, I would focus. Of course, deliverability is important. Focus on that, but all offer is also one of the biggest part of it, right? So even if you have the best copy but you don't have the best offer, you will not book calls, right? So someone's campaign isn't just performing. So this is the most common one I see. Someone's campaign isn't performing, and the first thing they do is start tweaking, right? They rewrite the copy, they rebuild the lead list, they mess with the infrastructure, they optimize sending schedules, warm up settings, subject lines, everything. Apart from just changing the offer, they do everything. But the offer is the actual problem here. And nobody wants to touch that because it feels like more work. It's hard. Nobody wants to give guarantee. Nobody wants to improve their offer because I mean it's hard or it's like feel like more work because you have to do research. You have to do like a lot of work, right? So here's what I've learned after auditing 100 plus campaigns is like 80 to 90% of the cold email success comes down to the offer, not your subject line, not your personalization, not your follow up sequence, the offer. This is the one of the best important part. If your offer is weak or unclear, nothing else will fix and it will not move the needle, right? And you can have the most targeted lead list, the best delivery setup, a perfectly written email, and I mean you'll still get zero replies. Why? Because the person reads it and thinks like, so what? I mean, you provide cold email, so what? You are like an M&A advisor, so what? You provide CRM software, so what? But if you have the best offer, you can change that. So what to do? Improve your offer, make it compelling, specific, and impossible to ignore. Position it well. Whenever you have created the a great offer, you need to learn to position it well, right? So learn how to position it inside your email in a way that actually resonates. Once those two are solid, everything else becomes a lot of easier. Your sales become easier. Your writing copy part becomes easier. Your creating lead list part becomes easier, right? If you just focus on improving the offer. So number two, ignoring deliverability, right? This is one of the common thing that I also see, and this one kills camping silently, right? And it's the one people figure out last. 80 to 90% of the time when someone comes to me and say their camping isn't performing, it's a delivery issue, not the copy, not the lead list, just the delivery. Think about this way, right? You have the best offer, the most valuable lead list, a relevant, well written email. None of that matter if you're landing in spam. They cannot reply to someone they never saw. If they do find it in the spam folder, you have lost all the credibility before starting the conversation. This is the priority order that actually works in the cold email. Number one is gonna be deliverability. I mean, focus on deliverability, even if you have bad offer, but if you're sending, if you, I mean, of course, you need to focus on offer, but before that, you need to land in primary inbox, right? First, it's gonna be deliverability. Second, it's gonna be offer. Third, it's gonna be lead list. Fourth is gonna be copy, and fifth, it's gonna be inbox management. Right? Most of the people are optimizing step four when step one is completely broken. Fix deliverability first. How to fix it? I'll give you like in quick common practices to follow to increase your deliverability. Number one, it's going to be split your inboxes 50-50 between Google and Outlook. Deliverability changes constantly, right? Sometimes Google performing better, sometimes Outlook performing better. You cannot risk everything on one ESP. If that one starts getting hammered, your entire campaign goes down. I used to do that. Right now, for all of our clients and for my campaigns, we do 50-50, 50% Google, 50% Outlook currently. Sometimes Outlook is performing, sometimes Google is performing. So yeah, you never know what is performing. So you need to test it out. You need to create separate campaigns for Google and Outlook. So you know that, okay, currently Google is performing, currently Outlook is performing. If Google is performing, just push more volume to Google. Second, keep your emails short. Yes, it's true. Long emails hurt your sender reputation over time, even if the content is good. That is true. Regulations have been like more stricter, and if you're keeping your emails short, you will land in primary inbox. This is what I've seen over the like long term. Plain text only, no links, no images, no gifs. Gifs used to book meetings in 2023. Right now, they just tank your delivery. Same with the links and images, just keep them entirely. I have seen many people still sending gifs or still including link or images. Yep. If you have your domain, if your email infrastructure is fresh, you might land in primary inbox for a couple of days, or even if it's like reputed, your domain and email accounts, you will get in the inbox for a few days or for a couple of weeks. After that, just the entire infrastructure will be burned up. Test Spintex versus no Spintex to see what's performing better for your audience right now. Rotate your domains so your infrastructure doesn't get burned. Avoid spam, trigger words. These things compound over time. One bad habit can quietly destroy a campaign that should be working, right? Currently, no Spintex version is performing better for us, so we test out on a daily basis Spintex, without Spintex, rotating domains. These are the common practices that you should follow. Now, mistake number 3, not giving away any value. Think about what your prospects inbox look like, right? They are getting at least 10 to 20 cold emails every single day. That's literally 600 cold emails every single month. And imagine you getting 600 cold emails every single month, right? You will be like, oh my god, like I am getting so many cold emails. And imagine like the majority of those emails are saying the same version of the same thing. We do X, we have helped companies like yours want to book a 30-minute quick call or something. And this is the current scene right now. Imagine receiving, as I mentioned, imagine receiving 600 of those every single month. At some point, you would just want to stop this entirely. You just don't want to read them entirely. Now imagine in the middle of that, one email shows up. Hey, I put something together especially for you. Mind if I share it for free? That's it. That's the difference where everyone else is asking for something. You're giving away something. That is what something gets replies. This is what we call front end offer, if anybody doesn't know. So something free, specific, and genuinely useful before you pitch anything. It gets their attention, it builds trust, and it opens like conversations, right? And this is what it looks like in practice, or you can see some of the examples. So for lead gen, it could be like offer a free lead list or record a Loom video or like a free trial or a free campaign or something, right? For M&A, it would be offer a free market intelligence report or a rough valuation or something. And for SaaS, it could be a free audit or a free setup or I would say free credits, or it could be a Loom video or something, right? So the front end offer does two things. It differentiates you from the other people in their inbox, and it gives them a low risk reason to respond. Once they respond, that's when you introduce your core offer. You need to get their attention through your front end offer, and once you have got their attention through front end offer, then that is where you introduce your core offer. It's gonna be more amazing than front end offer, right? Last but not the least, generic templated copy. I have still I do review people's email copy, and it's still generic templated copy. What do I mean by that? A friend of mine was writing email copy in the software companies to reach out to software companies. He was offering lead gen. His email copy was literally saying, "Hey, I noticed you are in the marketing tech software industry. We recently helped XYZ company get XYZ results. Mind if I share how we did it in a quick 30-minute chat?" And I was like, what is going on? Like, this is like generic templated version. Whenever you're writing copy, imagine that your target market is getting 600 cold emails every single month. How can you differentiate whenever you're writing copy like copies, right? So every time I look at someone's cold email copy, I see the same structure. Hey, first name, some surface level personalization that means nothing. We help companies like your achieve great XYZ results. Would you be open to a 30-minute quick call? Nobody replies to this. Fact. No, not because cold email doesn't work, but because they have received that exact number of emails hundreds of times. It doesn't feel relevant, it doesn't feel human, and it's clearly a template. Whenever prospect sees your email, and if they have like a slightly idea that you might be sending this exact copy to another person or to a mass number of person, they will simply say, hey, I don't want to work with you, until and unless you just working for free, right? You have something for free. I mean, if you're offering something for free, which could be a free camping or a free like really great thing, right? If you're offering something for free, which is like camping or a setup or something, it doesn't matter if it's a templated version or not. But I mean, most of you don't offer free stuff. Most of you have guarantees, but I mean, with the guarantees, use you don't have to use templated version. So here's what actually fixes your copy. Relevancy beats personalization every time. So if your email speaks directly to a real problem they are dealing with right now, that will outperform a personalized with but generic email every single time. This will outperform a personalized but a generic uh, email every single time. People think personalization is the key, mention the LinkedIn post, reference their company, drop in their industry, but relevancy is actually what matters. I'll give you like an example, right? Uh, so uh, I received a cold email, I would say a few months back, and it was like a really good cold email. So I was using Clay, and I used to follow Clay, and the competitor of Clay, I don't remember their name, but one of their competitors emailed me and it was saying, hey, I saw that you recently liked Clay's this post and XYZ or something that was personalized, but they knew that I am a user of Clay. That's super relevant. And then they mentioned we built a similar tool like Clay, and then but where we stand out is with pricing and then XYZ stuff, right? Mind if I send over a quick Loom video showing XY how it would look like for you, how the setup would look like for you, or do you wanna, or you can also add, mind if I share a free pro plan account so you can test out for 15 days or something like that. I mean, they knew, like what I'm trying to say, that they knew that I am user of Clay, I deal with these problems daily. They knew that these are the problems that Clay users deal with daily, and I mean, their cold email was working perfectly, right? So position your offer without overwhelming them. This is what you need to do. Create the best offer you need to do two things in order you need to do three things in order to fix your copy. First is going to be relevancy. Second is like position your offer without overwhelming them. As I mentioned, that you need to learn how to position your offer without overwhelming them, right? A lot of people try to explain everything they do inside one cold email, 200, 300, 150 words, trying to cover every single angle. You don't need to do that. You need to learn how to position an offer in a concise way that gets their attention without overloading them. One clear thing you do, one clear outcome, one clear next step. You need to just focus on one thing at a time. You can create different versions if you have if you can if you provide multiple deliverables. Let's say for lead gen, it could be call, it could be positive replies, um, it could be clients. You can create three different versions, right? But only one thing at a time. And the third thing, write like a human. That's Most people are either writing emails that sound like corporate copy, or they're running everything through AI and sending whatever comes out. Both are wrong, right? I'm not saying don't use AI. I use AI every time. But the right way to use AI is like for cold email copy, give Claude your offer. So there are two ways, right? So give Claude your offer, your positioning, your target audience, and let it generate email copies. Then take those email copies, rewrite them in your own voice. Or the second way is gonna be write freely first, like just open the doc, just write it. It could be 200 words, 150 words, something. Then use AI to refine it and tighten it. Either way, the final email should look like real person wrote it, not a templated generated, right? And um, so yeah, I mean, fix them in order, and the results will follow, right? So I mean, these are the four things that I would say that you need to do in order to get, I would say, good results, right? So there are four mistakes that almost I see almost with everyone. Fix them in order, like deliberate first, then offer, then list, then copy, and the results will follow, right? If you want more content like this, follow me on LinkedIn and subscribe me on YouTube, and I will be dropping more content like this. But if you liked it, please put out a comment which part you liked more, or what content should I make on next, and please subscribe and like. Bye bye.